Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another DFFOO stream, and we're starting up a little bit late tonight, but you know, I can get on when I can get on, right? I got things going on. So we've got Bartz and Dorgann tonight. Now, I intentionally did not do my summons yet. The plan tonight is kind of the usual. We are going to do some summons for Dorgann and Bartz. Then we're going to do character guide. We might be doing 2 guides tonight, because Bartz definitely needs to get done, because this is new FR for him, and if I have done a guide on Bartz, it is ancient, so it needs to be redone. It is possible I've never even done a guide on Bartz, so we definitely got to do Bartz. And then we might redo Dorgann as well, just because he is getting enough updates here that people might be interested in that. So we'll kind of just let people, give people a couple minutes to kind of funnel in here. Shout out to Sed. Sed is here right away. Hello. Thanks for hopping in right away, Sed. Tristan's here, yo. What's up, Tristan? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. I know I'm on a bit later than usual. That's just going to kind of be how things are going to go, right? Like, I can't always just be on right when stuff drops. I had Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight, had a fun tournament. Got home, hung out with the wife a little bit. Now we're hopping on now. So let me see. Said, you drew on Bartz already with tickets, not because he's good, but because I like the character. Took me 410 tickets before getting his LD. Ouch. Still no BT. I mean, 400 tickets and not getting the BT, like, that's to be expected. Yeah, for sure. E-Daddy, yo, what's up, E-Daddy? Thanks for coming. I'm going to go ahead and pin my Discord here at the top. Perfect. So that's going to get pinned. Awesome, awesome. Let me know if anything is sounding off to you guys. Hopefully everything is sounding good. Florante, my boy, thanks for coming, Florante. Let's go. Have a good pull and night. Yes, you too as well. Hopefully your pulls were good if you pulled. Velo Stealth is here. Yo, what's up, Velo Stealth? Hersher is here. Hello, thanks for coming. Appreciate you all coming out tonight to watch me summon for some maybe less hyped characters, but we'll see what happens. Reflection, yo, what's up, Reflection? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. All right, well, we might just get into it. Let's get into some summons here. Let's just get into them summons. So let me go ahead and hit record here. Let me see, E-Daddy, I pulled on Bartz and got Zell, LDEX, and got Bartz BT again. Well, it's BT tokens, right? And by the way, there are 10 BT tokens in the shop. So for some of you, that put me to 50 again. So I can buy something. Got to figure out what I want. Dingle Hoofy, yo, what's up, Dingle Hoofy? Zach is here, yo, what's up, Zach? Hey, Joe, fine. Just did the Shinru. Son and Dad plus Iris, nice. I might do like a Son and Dad plus Aerith. We'll see. Says, yeah, like with Sephiroth, who made me pity his BT, but didn't have his EX. Oh, man, that is really weird to not get the EX and have to pity a BT. Tristan, I'm about to go in on Bartz with gems and tickets for Dorgann's. Luckily, I already have Dorgann's EXLD from the summer banner. Oh, yeah, that's nice with those free banners, yeah. Brendow Leon is here. Yo, what's up, Brendan? Let's activate the stream luck hack. Yeah, that's right. Let me give Squex a little call quick to activate that luck. Let's see what we get here. Let's go ahead and let's start the video here for my summons. Let's hit it up. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we are going in on some summons for the Dorgann and Bartz banner. Now, if you watched my Should You Pull video, I would say my stance is pretty firm on that. Like, these are pretty skippable banners, to be honest. Like, Dorgann is really good. I know somebody made the comment like, well, you know, if your crystal color matches, you're going to want to draw more. And it's like, yes. I'm just not going to mention the crystal room thing like every single freaking pull video. So just know going forward, yes, if your crystal room color matches a character, that's more of a reason to pull for them. But doesn't really change like my overall thoughts on the characters. Dorgann's a really good off-turn character, but we have a lot of really good off-turn coming this month that don't require breaking. But if you're running the team comps where Dorgann works, he is very, very good. Bartz, as a lot of people have said, he's fairly mediocre right now, to be honest. I don't think he's bad, though. Like, he's solid. And I think what I'm going to do, being a player that has already maxed out Bartz, to me it makes sense, since I've already invested green BT blue armor, just get the FR and just have him fully maxed. And to me, I see Bartz as just a really good, like, Dare to Defy character, right? Like a lockout character, just another good option you can have on a team. But if you've never built Bartz before, like, unless he's a favorite, like, he's probably a total skip right now, to be honest. So we aren't getting a free multi built in, so I'm just going to do my multi tickets, and then I'm going to go in with normal tickets. So I am going to go in on the Dorgann side, because the main thing I'm looking for is Bartz FR, but you can get that on either banner, so I might as well summon on the banner with the BT that I need, right? So let's do free multis first. And literally, I just need one Bartz FR and I'm out. I'm not going to go deep on these banners at all. So if I get Bartz FR for free here, I'm not going to use any tickets. I've got so many high power stones, like I don't really need the dupes. So let's see, I've been pretty lucky these last couple of weeks. I don't know if I'm going to do the 5K special on this one. Honestly, it's probably not even worth it to do the 5K special. Because even if I get Dorgann's BT, I don't know that I'm even going to green it. Because I want to save the materials for other characters. Getting the BT would be really good. Because it's just another thing I can use my book on to get me more ingots. Which I would definitely take that. Galif LD is very good. Like, if you don't have Galif, he's a really, really nice LD pickup. I talked about him in my poll planning video, right? Alright, let's go again. Alright, well, back-to-back gold orbs, so EX are better. We shall see. We shall see what we get here. See if we can't hit anything really good. Once again, if I don't get anything on my freebies, like I said, I'll just ticket till I get Bartz FR and we're good. And who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get the Dorgann BT. Like, I would definitely take it. One thing I forgot to mention about Dorgann's BT is it does actually allow the entire party to break, which does add a lot of value to the BT, but still not like required for him, right? Because you run the right team comps, his off turn's going to be good whether he's got the BT or not. Wow, so pretty consistent, just gold orb straight through. Would have been nice to see a purple orb, but that's fine, that's fine. We will definitely just take the gold orb, see what we can't get here. See what happens. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the 5K to go to the 100 G tokens, to be honest. Because that 5K, you know, you can say, like, yeah, that's not much, and, like, I'll earn it back. But it's like, dude, that's just a multi that could be going towards, like, Vice or, like, another really hype character. So we just got a Dorgann EX. So pretty, like, about as standard as you get. Oh, and the other thing is we're only at 60 G tokens because we didn't have the other freebie. So I'm definitely not, I'm not tossing down 10K to go to 100 G tokens. So we're just going to go tickets from here. And we're just ticketing until we get Bartz FR. So let's go until we get a Bartz FR. And if Dorgann BT wants to magically show up, we will take those all day. We will totally take those all day. See what we can get. Wow, so just all the bronze orbs like right away here. My first gold on tickets. That's fine. I'm feeling pretty skippy. Don't want to go. I want to get like a nice orb here, like a purple orb before we start watching. Come on now. It's fine. I mean, I got tickets to burn. Luckily, I'm lucky I'm not chasing the BT here. Like, I'm fine, once again, just taking the Bartz FR, rolling out of here. Actually, my BT tokens I just got to, like, provided that Oron is the guy coming, I might use it on Oron, actually. Oron might be a nice spot, because a character like Vice, where I need the whole kit, that's the type of banner I like to actually go gems on when I need everything. But, like, Oron's a character where I could probably ticket the FR and then hop out of there with BT tokens, right? That's probably what I'll do for Oron. I really hope it is Oron. Some people were thinking maybe Kelger, but it can't be Kelger. Kelger comes with, what, like a Lost Chapter or something, right? Kelger could come next month, though, and I would be super hyped for Kelger. You gotta have my Woofy boys, right? Alright, so these summons aren't going great, which is fine with how lucky I've been. It's just tickets, and I got plenty. Like, I've got Cactuar tokens to, like, refill a bunch of these tickets. So, I think I've got, like, 400 Cactuar tokens to buy tickets with. So, we definitely can replenish a bunch of these tickets. It would be nice to hit, like, an FR, though. Like, a FR at all. We're almost 200 tickets in, and no FRs, which is fine. I think, like, once again, 250 to 300. That's, like, your LD FR kind of range. 250 to 300, I would say, on average is where you would expect to hit one of those. And I've been pulling LDs, so I've been pulling things that are that drop rate. But wow, I thought I was just going to sneak in here on a budget and grab Bartz, and it's eating up a lot of tickets pretty quickly here. I mean, at what point would I actually stop? Because I don't know that I want to burn 1,000 tickets trying to get a Bartz FR. I just thought I was going to sneak in here real quick and grab it. I mean, I don't mind, like, getting kind of bad luck here when I could, you know, reserve that good luck for, like, Vice or something, right? We would take the good luck. Wow, this is a pretty long streak, though. It's like no purple, no FR, no BT. All right, there's at least a purple orb. Okay, something to watch here. Dang, we're down to, like, 600-something tickets. We burned a lot here. I mean, We're getting power stones with all these golds we get, so that's fine. We'll take it. Oh, yeah, someone in my comments brought up Reno. He's actually one that would be a good token target, because I really want Reno's BT for sure. All right, we just got to hope this is the correct FR. Please be the correct one. It is. We got the one we wanted. All right. I wouldn't say lucky. I would say average to below average pulls this week, but we got the Bartz FR. That's all I really want. I'm going to skate out of here with my 620-something tickets. We'll replenish those. Hopefully have them back to cap by the next time we're going to draw with tickets, right? So anyways, let me know if you summoned and how your summons went. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. All right. So nothing too crazy there, but we got what we needed. Not the worst. I've definitely had worse luck for sure. Definitely have had worse luck. Let's just clean these out. Get this video labeled. So Bartz, FR, and Dorgann, BT. All right, we'll just leave that video as is right there. All right, well, let's shout out everybody that's in the chat here tonight. ASD Folliers here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hi, no free 10. No free 10 plus ones on this one. E-Daddy, without a 10, yeah, it's harder to get psyched up for the 5K pull for sure. I'm definitely not doing that. Willow Wolf is here. Yo, what's up, Willow Wolf? Thanks for coming. E-Daddy, you need 10K. Yeah, we're not doing that. We ain't doing that. Yeah, it's Follier. If you don't have Bartz's kit, just skip this. He's not worth full investment, like for someone who doesn't have them. Like I said, I think for people that previously maxed out Bartz, it is worth just to max the FR. Just have another built character, because I had my Bartz full invested. So, to me, it was worth it to hop in with some tickets here. Yeah, E-Daddy, Reno's a good token. I think I am going to hit him up. It's going to be him or... Because, like, with Reno, I already have the FR, so I literally just need the BT. So, he would actually be a better token target. Because with Oron, I do need to get the FR still, so I'm going to have to pull on his banner. Yeah, for sure. Tristan, I forgot I wanted to do the D2, D7 for double clear. Gotta go and do that for the tickets before you pull. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that did take me a bit of tickets. A little bit more than I wanted to, but it's fine. Oh, Willow, if you got 1,000 Cactuar coins, oh yeah, you're good. You are good. You probably could just go in and start grabbing BT tokens at this point. Yeah, not the Mog situation. Oh, yeah, you're bringing back bad memories of that Mog situation. That was not a good situation. Zach, 200 tickets and 10K gems for Bartz FR. Yeah, it's not too bad. And Jesus Flores is here. Hello, thanks for coming. All right, well, let's go ahead and get Bartz ready to go. And I think we're going to try to do 2 guides tonight. We're for sure going to do Bartz because if he has a guide on my channel, it's ancient and outdated. But I may not even have a Bartz guide up on my channel. So we definitely got to get him done. So let's go into here. The nice thing, guys, since I came on later, I did already clear, like, the Lost chapter, so I can hop right into Shinryu. I even already, like, finished my co-op and stuff, so I think we're gonna do 2 character guides, and then depending on where we're at for time, we might hop into the Shinryu as well, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's just grab this Bartz here, so we're gonna grab you, yep, enhance you, limit break, got it ready to go. We'll orb up with these. And then we just got to do FR boards. And then Bartz will be done. So pretty easy peasy, right? Force enhancements already done on him. Dorgann already finished, I believe. So let's go into here. We'll do that. Yeah, for the showcase, we give my boy... Oh, and I can just sell his FR right off. So... that's nice. We'll refund some of those high power stones back. We're going to borrow Rex's Ultima weapon for sure. Kind of curious what Bartz's new weapon skin looks like. I mean, his weapon skin with the wind aura is so good. I don't know that we're going to be able to replace that. Yeah, that's just like, it's a generic blue sword or like a green blue sword. Like the wind aura is just way too cool. Like Bartz actually has 2 of the best weapon skins because not only do I like this one, but dude, the Choco Blade, and it looks so good with his like base costume. Like those weapon skins are so good. Like this Choco Blade could be like a paid weapon skin and people would buy it. It's so cool. But I gotta go with that wind aura, man. That is so cool. All right, then we got let me go ahead and get his boards done quick. Boards. Enhance. I didn't like take any time to like prep stuff ahead of time, so but Bartz and Dorgann are like, I'm pretty familiar with them, so they should be pretty easy character guides to do. I'll just kind of glaze over the notes really quick, and then we'll hop into character guides. All right, so force board's done on Bartz. I already did Dorgann's before I hopped on. We're just gonna make sure like equipments and everything are in order here. So it's auto there. Let's go into skill order. Yeah, I think that's right. So what I'm gonna do though, yeah, let me just, I'm gonna do like that. All right, let's just do that. Do I have the correct spheres that I want? Yeah, the C slot is definitely what you'd want there. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, max brave and attack. Yeah, Prish sphere is actually pretty good there. I don't know about that D sphere though. Let me just double check here. What does my boy Bartz want? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, giving him a healing sphere actually is tempting because it's something he needs, right? In the C slot. That actually isn't the worst idea. Do I just happen to have like a full... Oh, I do have a full Braska. Yeah, I might just throw this full Braska on him. I might. Yeah, let's do that. And then D slot, I assume we just want an attack up here on the D slot. This is a full Ignis sphere. I don't know if I just want to overwrite that though. And it's not like I'm going to be going crazy using Bartz a lot. So I think I'll just leave the Ignis on, but in the character guide, I'll say like do an attack sphere there. Actually, Luna Freya is a pretty good one because he has weakness damage. I doubt I just have like, yeah, I've got like refined Luna Freyas. I'm not going to overwrite the Ignis though. We'll leave it. Because the one thing is like, you know, if you are using him with Astos, I mean, max brave up spheres are good on the other characters because that'll help Astos out, right? Okay, I think we're ready to go. And I think, speaking of Astos, my new showcase stage, the Astos fight, let's kind of head over there, and I'll go back to chat before I start the video. Okay, so, I got to do a good job remembering this. So, let me see. We are on Act, yep. And then I think it's Chapter 3, yeah, so it should be this. And then I want to say... I don't know that it's this one. No, it is not that. So let's go to the stairs. I think, is it the Sandy Wave? Let's see. No, it's not this one. I got to get a Sealed Cave sounds familiar. I think it might be this. I just got to get this memorized because I'm going to be going into the stage a lot. Yep, it's the Sealed Cave. So, Chapter 3, Sealed Cave. All right, this is where we want to be. Team comp I'm going to use. I mean, Bartz, we can just double support him, right? So sure, let's leave Rosa there and let's grab like Aerith maybe. Just have him double supported. Help him look good. Right here. Okay, that should be fine. For the character guide, I'm not really worried about what calls I'm using. That should be fine. All right, let me grab something to drink and then we'll hit up some chat. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chat here. All right. Sea Rain is here, 300 tickets and no Bartz LD. You're gonna stop. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, you really shouldn't be summoning for Bartz at all. Like, if you don't have the LD, I would just not even summon for Bartz. Like, just, yeah, stay away. Yeah, ASD Follier sounds kind of cool. I came up with it as Astvaulir originally. Oh, okay. Your Morrowind character. Gotcha. Jesus got Dorgann's BT with 150 tickets. That's really good. Very good luck on you. Colby is here. Yo, what's up, Colby? How am I doing? I'm doing great. Finally got Dorgann and Bartz BT saving for Vice. Yep, that's a good idea. I think Oron could be coming as well, so we'll keep our eyes out for Oron. I'd be super stoked for Oron. We need that, man. Indolent Lard. Yo, what's up, Indolent Lard? Thanks for coming. Appreciate you coming to my stream tonight. Colby, with the new event, I have enough BT tokens to buy the BT right away. Depends on which BT you're talking about, but I don't know that I would token, like, unless you're an absolute mega Dorgann fan and you're going to use his team comps all the time, I don't know that he's the right BT to use your tokens on. I know I kind of haven't been doing my BT token guides. I don't know if you guys still want me to do them. I feel like my poll planning video kind of just covers that anyways. Like, I don't specifically say, like, these are characters use BTs on, but I feel like just my assessment of the character would tell you, like, which BT tokens they get. I mean, I could start those up again if you guys want me to, but I would say your BT token, like, someone like me, like, Reno makes a ton of sense, because I love the defense comps, and I want that delay ability he has. And it's a banner where, like, I would just need the BT, right? So I would say if there's a character coming out, like, say, Oron, or another character this month that you kind of already have most of the kit, and you want to, like, not summon a lot, those are the types of banners to use your tokens on. And Dorgann would fit that, right? Like, Colby, if you already have Dorgann built and you love him and you're going to use him a lot, then sure, you could do that. Willowuff, OMG, trying to get Bartz LD just for collection. Got the BT in 230, not the BT luck I wanted. Yeah, for sure. Zach, will Vice be OP because of the time travel? Yeah, he's going to be very good. And that's why people have kind of gone back on Dorgann a little bit, just because Vice is, like, way closer to him than he should be. And Vice, like, as an off-turn damage dealer that doesn't need the breaking, just makes him easier to use, right? Indolent Lard. It's baffling how they gave Bartz's rework the go signal. Yeah, a little bit questionable. We'll do the guide on him. And like I said, I kind of used him a little bit before stream, and it's like, yeah, he's kind of the definition of mid, right? Like, everything he does is just kind of average. He doesn't really excel at a lot, and the things that made him good in the past aren't really that important anymore. We'll talk about it in the character guide, though. Like I said, I think for someone that had him fully built to just grab the FR and say, hey, I've got another Echo character for, like, lockout content, I think is worth it. But other than that, I think the average player should just stay away from Bartz. Willowuff got the FR first, no LD in sight. JM, yo, what's up, JM? I need more tickets for Oron and Cloud FR. I'm so broke. Well, we do have a co-op with some stuff in it, so definitely try to grind that out. Save up your tickets, you'll be good. You can do it, 81. I just did my free 10+1 ticket for Dorgann and got his BT. Nice job. Very nice. Follier says, I need to use my BT tokens, before 14 days. Okay, so you got to use them up. Okay. Was saving for Iris, Astos, Aerith, etc., but got their BTs. I may wait until the last day before the older ones expire. Okay, so if you're on a bit of a time crunch, right? Hold up. Let me double check and see what is coming next. I'm going to go back to the community stream slides really quick and see what was next. Is it the Oron banner? Let me see. Oh, Setzer's next. Actually, Setzer wouldn't be a bad pickup because his BT effect, it's like Queena. So Setzer actually wouldn't be a bad option for you for sure if you like the idea of having Setzer. But yeah, like, if you're on a time crunch, Dorgann isn't the worst pickup for sure. I think it's a character that, like, Dorgann can be a character, like, and this happened to me. He's a character that, like, is really good and you can be really excited about him. But he's also a character that, like, if you're not going to team build around him and, like, make the effort to use him, he's just going to collect dust in your box. So I'd hate to have you, like, token a character that is just going to sit there and you're not going to get used. And once they dangle this shiny, like, Vice character in front of you, I'm worried that you may not want to use Dorgann after that, right? So just think about it. But as long as you like the character and you're going to use him, you can't go wrong. Let me see. Yeah, Setzer, I think, would be a nice pickup. He comes out on the 8th, so it'll be the night of the 7th, so literally like 6 days from now. Hothead is here. The amount of people that said you need Bartz back in the day, I remember his banner cost. Yeah, dude, I said this before. When I started doing BT token guides, like, Bartz was the meta. Like, he was the best support character in the game. And he was so meta for so long. Basically, like, the entirety of BT era, like, he was, like, ridiculous, right? But now he's just, like, very mediocre. Pain, Celis, Warrior of Light, and Edgar on FR and all but BT. Yeah, I mean, the thing with, like, Pain and Edgar's definitely very niche, and I don't find myself using him a lot at all, right? Like, Edgar's most important thing was getting through his own Shinryu, to be honest, right? Warrior of Light actually would be a really excellent pickup. He's a character that has longevity, that has echo, that I would think he would be. But the thing with Warrior of Light is his BT so unimportant to his kit. So that's the downfall with Warrior of Light. You would just be getting it to get the basic BT buffs, right? But, like, you're not getting anything super exceptional out of his BT effect. So while he's the best character probably in that batch, like, his BT, you really don't need it. Celis is fantastic. She just doesn't have echo. So I don't know, but Celis is awesome. But in today's game, it's to the point where I'm pretty much trying to run triple echo if I can. But for these defense off-turn comps, like, Celis does work nicely and you don't need to have echo. And her BT is pretty important to her kit. For her FR specifically. Helps her be very defensive. And Pain is nice too. She's just niche because you gotta decide if you're running debuff mode, you're running attack mode. But her BT effect is very good. So, I mean, definitely some choices there. Brandon is here. Pain is amazing. I use her, like, all the time. Yeah, if you use her a lot, like, Pain, once again, is a very good character. And the nice thing too is her poison works really nice. Yeah, Warrior of Light, you probably don't need to get his BT, to be honest, just because he's so good without it. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's get ready for the character guide. I just want to check my notes quick, and then we're going to get ready to do this character guide. By the way, shout out to, like, 70 people here, dude. You guys are awesome for hopping in, especially when I start streaming late and I'm not like, on the ball immediately. So let me just take a look at my boy Bartz. I don't really think any part of his kit has really changed. He's just getting bumped up numbers, I believe. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think with Bartz, I'm just going to go BT phase right away with him, to be honest. Yeah, he's just so... yeah, I mean, there really isn't too much to go over here. He's a pretty simple character. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get his call up, and we'll start the character guide here. Bartz is going to be way down here. All right, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we are going to do an updated character guide on Bartz, and boy howdy did he need one. It's been a while since this guy's gotten an upgrade, so it's nice to see him come back. Unfortunately, I would say most people would agree that his upgrades are a little bit underwhelming. I'm curious though, let's look at him in this character guide. I really want to see, like, the numbers he's outputting, and we'll talk about his kit, and you can kind of judge for yourself. If you like him or not, but he's a character I kind of think is very skippable right now. But who knows, maybe his numbers will surprise me a little bit, right? So if you're unfamiliar with Bartz, Bartz is kind of like one of these, I would call him kind of a utility / support character. Support in that he's got really nice auras, but he doesn't do other support things, so he's kind of like a pseudo support, kind of like a secondary support. Like, you'd probably still want, like, a main healer on the team, but he could be like a slot 3, and then he does have utility in some of the unique mechanics that he does in his kit. So we'll go through all of that here in the character guide. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to look at his calls, his artifacts, and his spheres. We'll just start right off with the calls. The calls are somewhat usable, but not anything I ever use that much, because the one thing is, like, his missile here does do a wind enchant, but it's only for, like, the party member. So typically, like, if you need wind, you're gonna do, like, a Fujin call, because that's gonna give you a party wind enchant. But this could be nice in a spot where, you know, maybe you're running like a Dorgann FR or something and you don't have the BT effect to give the wind aura to the party, and you have like a character that you want to enchant before that. I mean, sure. But being that it's only a single party member, it's not nearly as good. And then it puts a Wind Imperil down on the enemies. Not really that big of a deal. And then the LD is going to do party stats. So you're going to get attack up, brave damage up, and overflow. So that little party buff is solid. But really when you're looking for buffs, you want HP damage up. That's really the big one you want on a call if that's the thing you're going to go for. So honestly, I don't really think you need to worry about the Bartz call at all, right? Let's look at Bartz himself here. And we're going to go ahead and look at his artifacts and then his spheres, right? So for artifacts, and actually these might be out of, okay. We got to get the correct ones on here. Doot, and that. All right. So with Bartz, you want to go attack 108 and simple mastery boost. Simple mastery boost is a must because you're getting 5% to all stats. You definitely always want that when that comes on. And then attack 108 just to help his damage and some other aspects of his kit, right? So that's what you want to do there. And then for spheres, there's definitely like a few ways you can go here. I would say for Bartz, because I honestly I would think of Bartz as kind of like a pseudo damage dealer that has some like really nice auras and utility, right? I think the issue that Bartz runs into is that he's just at an odd spot where like other characters are doing aspects of his kit better than him. So he's kind of one of those characters that he does a lot of things okay, but he doesn't really excel at a lot of them, right? So that's, I think, the kind of the problem he's in. But like I said, let's see his damage and see how he's going. But I would say we're going to kind of treat him as a damage dealer for the spheres. So what you want on the A slot is attack and brave damage are the two big ones. Now, Bartz is going to be wind enchanted and wind imperiling the enemies constantly. So weakness damage spheres do work. So I happen to have a Prish full sphere, which is solid for him. 10% max brave and attack, that's a very good sphere, right? And since he has weakness damage, we'll definitely take that for sure. So I think, once again, just look at the spheres you have. There's a ton of A slots out there. But if you really care about Bartz and want to make him look his best, find something with probably attack or brave damage on it. C slot is kind of interesting because you could go with like Maria, Alphanod, Lude, Iris, like any of those that are like attack ups for the party. But I think Braska or like Ceodor, these are actually really, I feel like this is a good unit to use these on. Because as I said before, Bartz is, I kind of think of him as a pseudo support character with his nice auras. But one of the key things he doesn't have is healing, which you want out of a support. So by giving him, say, a Ceodor or a Braska here, you can actually give him some healing. Now, it's not going to be enough healing to be like a dedicated healer, but it's enough where like if you were desperate and you had to run Bartz, if you play a safe team where maybe you know you're not going to take a lot of HP damage and you maybe just need to cover up like a poison effect or something, like Bartz with a C slot could maybe be serviceable there. So I like the idea of just giving him some healing because I really want this guy to be more of a support character. And to me, it kind of just adds that little piece to his kit that he was missing, right? And then D slot. Now, Ignis probably isn't optimal here. This is one I had put on a while ago. It's just a party Max Brave up, which is solid. Like, Max Brave is good, especially if you're running them with Astos. Like, sure, increasing Astos as Max Brave is never a bad thing. But typically on the D slot, you want party attack up, because more party members are going to get use out of attack than Max Brave. So, you know, Ash, Saz, Lease, Hope. I'll shout out Luna Freya, because Luna Freya is a weakness trigger. So if you happen to have Luna Freya, this is a great spot for Luna Freya, because Bartz has weakness damage and can trigger that, right? All right, so with that, well, before we hop into the showcase, I do like to talk about when characters have extra weapons, and Bartz does have one of these mannequin weapons. So the way you get these mannequin weapons, and they are worth getting and maxing out, it's going to add stats to the character. They typically add like 10% damage to the 15 and 35. I don't know about his specifically. I'm not really looking at it right now, but that's typically what these do. It's usually damage up on their skills. These are what? Act 2, Chapter 5.8 is where you get these. So you beat Act 2, Chapter 5. It opens up a new area where it's like 13 stages, like a stage for each protagonist. You will earn one of these weapons for free. And then for the dupes, you can either use power stones or you can just buy them in the power token shop. So that's the red power tokens. You can just buy those in there. They're 15 CP weapons. So definitely you're going to want to get that if you're going to run Bartz, right? All right. So with that, Yeah, let's go ahead and hop into a little showcase and talk about Bartz's kit. And once again, I'm definitely going to be curious to check out his damage and what he's doing here. I'm not really trying to optimize calls or setups here. We just want to press his buttons with a couple of support units around him, right? And just see what he can do. Now, the old way you would run Bartz, and I might actually do it in this video, but the old way you'd run Bartz is you could actually open with his BT phase, because Bartz has a lot of setup. He's got skills that he has to level up to get like his full stuff going on. So we probably will with Bartz. We're just going to hop in. Let's get some BT effects up. We're just going to go into his burst phase like right away. Because we're not doing a damage test. I'm not trying to, you know, do that. Who knows? Maybe we would do a Bartz damage test, but I'm pretty sure the damage won't be there. We'll see what I got time for, right? We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. All right. So we're going to do that. Sure, we'll put on some dodge. Like, we'll just make sure we're really safe here. Actually, I might not put Raijin on right away because that dodge should make me pretty safe for a while. I don't think I should have to worry about it. Let's Seal Evil. Actually, probably should have did some healing charges there. You'll notice too, guys, I'm getting pretty deep in my red crystal room. So my red characters, I actually have them with 3 spheres equipped now. And so one of the ones they have on is where they like start every fight with like a free instant turn. So all my red characters start with 2 turns. It's actually pretty cool. Definitely liking these crystal rooms. Rosa, sure, let's start Rosa out with an AA. And then just get her BT effect up right away. That sounds good to me. All right, and then with Bartz, we are going to hop into a burst phase. I mean, he does start with a free turn, so we'll use that up right away. Now, with Bartz, there's a couple of ways you can start off with this free turn. We got to let this Holy Blade drop first. Perfect. Okay. All right. So he's going to start off with the free skill use and free turn, right? So you would either want to use boost all for the AA just to give you some nice stats. And it's like very limited usage, right? Only 2 uses. Or you use double hand or missile. And double hand and missile, and this is a common theme if you guys haven't noticed, Final Fantasy V characters have skills that level up. So Kryl has this, right? So you have to use the skill once to get like the max version, and then you have to use it again, I think, to master it. And Bartz, to get his full buffs from his C50 passive, you want both of these mastered. So that's why going into a burst phase isn't the worst idea. So let's go ahead and do double hand right away. So let's pop that. See what the damage looks like. So dude, 1.5 mil? Sure, for Bartz, we'll take that. Now once again, like a mil to 1.5 mil, that's kind of like average damage right now, right? But for Bartz, like, yeah, he needed the damage upgrade. We'll take it. So double hand is a Brave Gain that scales on attack. So this is one part of his kit where attack is important because he's going to Brave Gain off of that stat. Does the big attack you saw there. And then he gets a buff called Adventurous Spirit, which is a max Brave up and speed up. It is going to Wind Enchant himself, and then enemies are going to get imperiled. Okay. Oh, the other thing we should talk about on Bartz before we get too deep into it, he does have an overhead called Good Luck Charm. And so this overhead is going to give himself HP damage up, splash HP damage up, which is kind of a unique stat, brave damage up when hitting weakness damage, brave gains, which will be scaled off of the HP damage he does, and then all of his buffs gain an extra 2 turns, which is really nice. And then the party is going to get an attack up, brave damage up, brave gains, and overflow up. So you want to make sure you upkeep that because there's some pretty good buffs on that. So now let's go ahead and go into a burst phase, just so we can get them fully set up, right? Let's just do it. All right, so now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and we can hit double hand plus. Okay, and the damage there is pretty much the same, right? It's just the plus version is going to make sure that he's mastered. We will go ahead, let's drop the LD. Let's do the LD next. This is called Elemental Attack. This is going to be an instant break, so that does combo well with Dorgann. That looked like it was like 1.2 mil AoE. So once again, very average damage, but solid, right? So it reduces all enemies brave to 0, so it is a gravity attack. It does battery, so no matter what the enemy's brave is at, like, you're going to break them. So the thing with Bartz is this was really good back in the day, because like Lufenia era, you know, early BT era, it was a pretty common thing where enemies would put up like huge brave numbers, limit your damage to, you know, doing brave damage of 1, and you have to like break them. In particular, I'm thinking of the fight with like the 2 big bear characters. That was a fight that commonly did that. So Bartz was really good because he was a very good just on-demand break character for those really insane fights where the enemies either had a ton of defense or just limited all your brave damage and made them hard to break. The problem is those type of mechanics aren't really a problem in the current meta, so that's why he's lost a little bit of value there. It is going to do an AoE wind damaging attack. He does get a skill use of his skill 1 with this as well. And then this is what refreshes his overhead. So now you see we have 12 turns of that good luck charm, right? So next, let's go ahead and let's pop Missile. So Missile, yeah, 1.5 mil. I mean, very consistent. He's doing 1.5 mil with every button here. This is going to be a gravity, so it's going to shave their brave by 90%. So once again, another useful button to help brave shave. Once again, though, gravity just isn't really a big part of the meta right now. It's not that important, right? So another reason that like people aren't shouting out like, you got to get Bartz right now. The gravity just isn't that important. It does battery though, so battering is nice. And then he gets the Adventurous Spirit that I talked about for 7 turns, and it puts a defense down on the enemies. And Missile also has high turn rate, so you sometimes can jump turns on that. Next, let's do the EX. This is called Ianuki. See what this looks like. That is also going to be a nice battery. 1.2 AoE. Once again, I think the definition of this guy is average, right? We're just seeing kind of average damage on every button. So it batteries scaled on max brave. It does gravity shave the enemy's brave by 50%. Does the AoE attack that we saw there. He gets a buff called World Traveler. And World Traveler is going to be an attack up, and then Party Overflow stolen up. And it is going to wind enchant the party, which is nice. And then HP damage 20%. Now, I think this might be one of his upgrades, because I don't think previously Bartz used to only wind enchant with his BT effect, so I think this is new, that he is party wind enchanting. So that is a nice buff for him, because I do not believe he had that before. And then this World Traveler buff also has hidden stats that like aren't shown. So it does do an attack up, max brave up, and speed up for 5 turns. And I don't know why it's hidden, but it's just hidden. So there's more to that buff than what the game actually tells you. Kind of odd there. Then we'll just hit the FR button. We'll talk about it when I do his actual FR, what the conditions are. He is going to partner up with Squall here. Squall gets the feather from the overhead. Nice. This is my first time seeing the animations, though. All right, I think that was 2 mil, which, once again, very average damage on an FR. The thing I'm seeing with Bartz here, right? Like, I'm not mad at the damage or the numbers. Like, it's not bad. These are the type of numbers that, like, if you see on a character like Rosa, you're like, yeah, that's great. The thing is Bartz, he doesn't have enough to be, like, your full support character, right? He's not doing enough there. His BT auras are good, and we're going to talk about that because that's coming up next. Here's the BT attack, by the way. It's, once again, he's just in an odd spot. Because he's not doing enough damage for me to say, yeah, Bartz is my dedicated damage dealer, and he's not doing enough support to be the dedicated support. So once again, he's kind of just this oddball, like, utility slot 3 unit right now. So let's talk about the burst, because we just got that up. So his burst, he does a big wind AoE attack that we saw there. Pretty standard burst damage. It's an 8-turn burst effect. Now, the thing that I've never been a fan of with Bartz's BT, it's a stacking buff. So to get the full buff, Bartz has to take 3 turns, and that can take a while, right? I kind of wish with his upgrades they just got rid of that and just gave him the full buffs right away. So here's the thing. It's an attack and max brave up. And it's a party wind enchant, but he doesn't get the wind enchant until you get 3 stacks on it. So he doesn't even have it immediately. But luckily, he's got the wind enchant now from the other buff, which is good. Brave damage up, brave damage limit up, HP damage limit up, but you don't get that till 3 stacks. HP damage up, brave gains, and then there's another brave gain that you get when you get the full stacks, right? So you really want Bartz to get those stacks up and then kind of hold on to that. And see, it used to be back in the day that like those auras were like super top tier. There weren't a lot of units competing with Bartz for that. But now there's just so many like crazy support units. You've got like Aerith and Rosa, right? Even Penelo is still pretty dang good. So you just rather run those traditional characters. The other big thing Bartz doesn't do is he doesn't force charge. So he's just missing all of these big support pieces, and he's missing all of these really big damage pieces to be a damage dealer. He's the definition of like mid and in between. That's about it, right? Now, like I said, let me go ahead. Let's do a little pray here. Because we do want to force charge, right? So what I think we're going to do is I think we are going to ramp up here. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow this Aerith. Let's just borrow this Aerith so we can just do some free force charging. But like I said on my Should You Pull, I think for a player like me, like a veteran, because Bartz used to be like ridiculous. So there are a lot of players that have already full invested him, like green, BT, blue armor. I think if you're a green, blue armor Bartz player, I think going in and snagging the FR just to have another Echo option, totally worth it. Like Bartz, it's not that he's bad, but he's not worth investing in for a player that hasn't already done it, right? If you have 0 Bartz's kit, like I think he's pretty safe to skip, and then you just wait for these more OP characters, right? Okay. So Rosa now, sure, actually we're about there, huh? We'll do one more ramp just to be safe. But yeah, then we're going to go into Bartz FR and kind of check that out. Oh, this is going to gravity us, isn't it? Oh no, we got the miss. So somebody had asked me, I brought this up before, right? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure Rydia Call works on it. And right there you saw it. The Rydia Call did dodge out the gravity attack. So it does work, which is good. I'm glad I had that on. All right, so with Rosa... actually, I never press her Divine Blast. Let's press that. I never press that button on her. Yeah, see like Rosa there doing like 1.3 mil, but then she's doing all the support and she has follow-up damage, so she actually did like 2 mil there. And then you've got Bartz, who's doing way less than Rosa as a support character and doing about the same, if not less damage. Actually, here's the thing. Rosa out-damages Bartz because she gets follow-ups with her BT effect. And we saw Rosa put up a 500 million burst phase. There's no way Bartz is putting up a 500 million burst phase. So, yeah, his rework was just too underwhelming. So I do agree with what people are saying, right? Let's go ahead and hit the FR, though. Once again, I think Bartz is just a serviceable character that you can get some use out of in lockout content. I think that's the best way I could summarize Bartz right now, right? Now, if he's a fan favorite and you love him, go ahead and build him and use him. He is good enough to use, right? So, yeah, that's 2 mil on the FR attack. As the enemies attack here, we'll talk about Bartz's FR conditions. Oh yeah, sure, let's double echo. Let's go crazy here. So Bartz's FR is a gravity to 0. It does battery the party. AoE, brave, and split HP attack. And then the HP conditions, as we go through and continue to ramp here with Aerith. If you do weakness damage, and it's got to be weakness brave damage, it's 30%. And if you do wind damage, it's 45%. So if you have Bartz and like his ores and stuff on, he has a really easy 75% for anybody. Because if Bartz is out there and his buffs are doing what they need to be doing, you're going to be wind enchanted and you're dealing weakness damage. So I guess one positive I'll say for Bartz is if you run him with non-elemental characters that can be enchanted, he is a flexible FR you can do. Once again, though, I can directly point to Rosa to his right, who has a superior FR and is just doing way more than Bartz. So, like, if you don't have Rosa, you especially don't have any business pulling on Bartz, because I think Rosa's banner's still up, and I really like Rosa. I actually think she's a little underrated. I think she's a top-tier support character, almost a must-pull character, in my opinion. I love Rosa. Very, very good. So Bartz here, yeah, we can just go ahead. Let's do a Bartz Echo. And I think at that point, we've seen everything. So we'll just kind of go through the force time. We'll see kind of the numbers we're getting out of Bartz here. But every button, like literally mid is the word, because every button he pressed, it was average damage. It was 1 to 1.5 mil on an FR attack. We're getting about 2 mil. I mean, this is what the average character is doing. The problem is the DPS characters then have other buttons and methods to go way beyond that. So yeah, Bartz is a little, kind of like a too little too late type character. I think if this Bartz had released like fairly early in Echo, he would have had a lot of value. Because like early Echo, before we started getting a lot of support characters, before we started getting like these instant, you know, because the other thing some of these support characters have is like Aerith, where her Echo is instant turn, or like Rem has that too, where you have instant turn force and you can just like double ramp, which is really nice, right? Sure, the thing with Bartz too, I do want to talk about this in terms of like playing him optimally, right? So you can see my burst, it is maxed out. We got the stacks maxed, right? What you want to do with Bartz is wait until he only has 1 or 2 turns. If you're going to do this method of running his burst phase first, and then he comes out with the burst effect on, wait until he has like 1 or 2 turns left on the burst, and then hit his burst attack to refresh it, because then it's going to refresh and keep all the stacks. So don't let it fall off. And that was always the way you used to run Bartz. The problem is I don't foresee people really using him that way, because he's not the character you want to burn. You do not want to burn your BT phase on this guy, right? So there we are, 8 mil AoE, but at 600%. And then, yeah, Iridia Call coming in clutch here. Aerith, sure, let's do a Fury Brand, that's fine. But yeah, that's basically Bartz, right? Like, very simple character. Once again, the utility he has is that there's a lot of gravity. He has instant break. The other thing I should have mentioned is he is wind imperiling the enemies via an aura. So it's like an invisible aura that the enemies can't negate. And if enemies are impervious to imperil, you can still hit them with it. That was always one of like the really big things about Bartz, was you can imperil even when enemies couldn't be. And the thing was there used to be a meta when imperil and weakness damage was so important. And today's meta, once again, not a very important thing. So it's just all of these main things Bartz does, right? The wind imperil, the wind imperil, the gravity, the instant break. These are all things that just aren't as important. And then in terms of him and his auras, he's got way too much competition from better support characters on the auras. So Bartz is just getting beat everywhere. Like that's the problem. That is the problem. So yeah, fairly underwhelming. All they really did was they said, yeah, Bartz is basically the same thing. They're just upping his damage to be average is basically what they did. And if I am correct about them adding that wind enchant, that is a nice one that he got that wind enchant as a part of his base kit and not just on the BT. I do like that upgrade. That was a step in the right direction for sure. Because a common thing they've been doing, like they did it with Shantado. They have it with Dorgann, where like there's these characters where like the elemental damage is so important, but then they lock the enchanting to the BT effect, which I don't like that. And that's what Bartz used to be. Sure, Fury Brand. But we'll go through. I mean, this is a modern Shinryu, right? This is the Asto Shinryu. So like, I don't know, are we just kind of I think we're just effortlessly beating this with a showcase with Bartz. So I mean, you can see he is viable for modern content. We're getting through this just fine. Sure. We still have 4 turns of the BT effect, but we'll just pop it now because we're at max gauge, right? Part of it is like the characters around Bartz right now are like dummy busted. We're running literally like, I would probably say that these are the best 2 support characters in the game. I don't know that people would disagree with that, right? Like, are Aerith and Rosa the 2 best support characters in the game currently? I'm inclined to say yes. I think they both beat out Iris. They beat out Rem. They definitely beat out Penelo just because she doesn't have Echo and her damage fell off a cliff, but Penelo's still good. But I don't know that I can think of a support character that I like better than these 2 right here. Rosa and Aerith, I think, are... if I were to make a support tier list, I think it'd be these 2 ladies right here. I think it would. All right, so last hit, sure. Let's pop the Brother Summon and see if this doesn't just destroy them. Yep, there we go. So there you go, guys. Bartz taking on the Asto Shinryu fight. We got it done in the character guide. Let me know what you think of this guy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, well, that was a character guide. We got it done. Very nice to give him an updated guide, because like I said, I either didn't have one or it was like ancient. So let me see. DFFOO, Bartz. All right, so we'll upload that later, because I think I discovered that uploading during the stream can break the stream. We don't want to do that. Let me go back to chat. We have a lot of chat to catch up on here. All right. Let's see what we got here. All All right, Hothead says, I do have some BT tokens about to expire. Should I try for Dorgann or Rosa? Dude, I mean, I'm probably going to sound super biased, but Rosa, dude. Rosa. She's going to be a character like Aerith, which I think you're just going to be able to use for darn near an eternity. Like, so much longevity out of that character. I don't know why you wouldn't just... Like, if you're going to use Rosa a lot like I am, like, 100% Rosa. Yeah, Rainsmaw with Bartz used to be the thing. Exactly. I do remember that because Bartz just... You let him sit there on the side with his really busted BT effect at the time. He was imperiling, provided the good auras. You made sure Bartz had his 3 stacks in there. And then you let Reigns and Aphmau just sit in front of Bartz while Bartz just sat there and provided auras. That was the meta at one point, right? eDaddy, pity on Dorgann BT. This was a hilarious draw for me. Bartz BT on tickets, but missed Dorgann. Oh, that's unfortunate. Not as bad as my Jack Garland, where I got... If you guys remember my Jack Garland BT polls... I got a BT on the free poll and forgot that I was on Greg's banner. So I got the Greg BT, and I was really excited like I'd gotten Garland. Oh, man, I think I even made that into a short. That was hilarious. I got trolled hard. Ukaru, what is up, Ukaru? Time to pull for Dorgann. Hopefully I get a BT from Pink Tickets, because I never actually did. Yeah, I hope you get it too. Does he still Fujin Call and Panday? Oh, Pandemonium are you talking about? I don't know. I guess I don't know what you're asking. Bartz would not need to run Fujin Call because he can enchant the party. Pandemonium, you know, because it's wind damage, sure. But Pandemonium, pretty much if I'm running any comp that has launching, that's when I run Pandemonium. What's up, Rukia fan? Thanks for coming. eDaddy, Dorgann is fully built. I'm going to temporarily change my support to him so I can use him in the showcase. Okay, so eDaddy, I'll look out for that when I do the showcase, and I may grab yours for the BT. Tropic Dragon is here. Should I summon for Dorgann if I don't have a follow-up attacker? No, just wait for Vice. Wait for Vice. You don't need Dorgann. Because the thing with Dorgann, once again, he's conditional on team building. Unless you get his BT makes him work no matter what, because he's going to make the whole party break, but... otherwise, unless you're gonna run like Sephiroth and Iris comps, like I would just wait for Vice, because Vice is in my opinion, kind of a better follow-up character, and you can use him with anybody. Willowwolf, yeah, Willowwolf echoing just basically what I said. Yes. Oh yeah, eDaddy, the U2 passive, which I think is the one I have on. Yep, for sure. Oh, Follier's leaving. Yeah, thanks for coming. Appreciate you here. Have a good night. Let me see. Tropic Dragon, you started playing about 2.5 weeks ago, and the characters I pulled, all the weapons so far are Astos, Rubicante, Rosa, Jack. Okay, you've got some good ones, man. Astos is the top tier damage dealer. Rubicante is a top tier tank. Rosa's a top tier support. Yeah, you've got really nice pieces already. So I would not worry about Dorgann and just wait for Vice. Very cozy. I see you bought the costume. Team Rosa, let's go. Yeah, I'm totally on board on Team Rosa. She's too good. She's too good. Ukaru Dorgann BT looks sick. Yeah. Oh, like the actual weapon? What does his weapon look like? Hold on. Let me go into the banners here. What does his BT actually look like? Oh, it's like a green sword, but I'm wondering if you have it equipped, if it like glows or something. It looks like it could definitely look very cool. Iris BT is too good, and her EX also is Iris EX. Hard to beat. Yeah, Iris with the copy damage, I agree, is very busted. Her copy damage is very good. Very cozy. I think Iris BT effect is too crazy, but it's definitely a tie between those three. Yeah, and I could see an argument for Rem BT, like literally you can't die. Like that's pretty cool too, right? I would say, like, if you're looking at, like, BT effects alone, like, I would say Rem and Iris have better BT effects as Rosa, but when I look at the character as a whole, I like Rosa better. I just do. She feels so good, and I put a lot of weight on her FR conditions. Her FR conditions, literally any character in the game hits those. It's so flexible, and when I compare her with Aerith and hit 160% on an Echo... Like, I'm all in on that. So, that to me is what puts Rosa over those other characters. And, dude, you guys know I'm like the biggest Rem fan out there. But I'm willing to admit when I think a character is better. The reality theorist is here. Thanks for coming. Queena, easy cap all the time. Yeah, I mean, Queena, you can definitely cheese everything with Queena. Now, we're going to be able to do that with Setzer as well. Evo is, how good is Dorgann with Sephiroth? Insane. Because Dorgann will follow up anytime you break. Sephiroth's BT says enemies are going to be breakable all the freaking time. You combo that with single target damage. What you do is you single target break somebody, Dorgann follows up, his follow-up breaks, he gets a second. So if you're running him properly with the Sephiroth BT, Dorgann is double following up every single time, and he does very heavy follow-up damage. So I was playtesting him a little bit before stream. He was hitting 500k on his follow-ups. Now, when you're doing that twice, that means he's 1 mil following up every turn, which for off turn is an insane amount of damage. You combo that with a force time, things are going to get nutty. So we are going to probably do, I'm thinking we're going to do Sephiroth, Dorgann, and then probably just like Aerith, like a really busted support, and we'll show it off. Tristan, I did my D2D and got my full kit for Bartz. Had to get him, meta or not. He's exactly, Tristan. If he's a favorite, just go get him. Like, he's good enough to run, right? We just showed that. He is good enough to run. Ukuru green is my favorite color, so I love it for sure. And if you're building green crystal room, then that's definitely going to sway you in certain directions, right? That's the other thing you guys have to keep in mind, right? Now, if we're talking Rosa no crystal room versus Iris full crystal room, then yeah, Iris is going to be probably a better pick, right? So just in the back of your minds, anytime we're talking meta, we're talking pull plans, keep crystal room in the back of your mind that if it matches your color, a little bit more reason to pull. Kethrenin is here. I think I pronounced that right. Kethrenin. Hey, is there some EX weapon right now that are worth keeping for the sphere backup? I think Trey has attack and max brave. Yeah, I'm gonna start to try to talk about this on my pull planning videos. So, on this one, I think Lise was a really good D slot, and then Zell was a pretty good A slot. Those were probably the two notable ones on these current banners. Now, if you want to look at banners overall, right? It's going to be testing me here to see what my memory is. Waka's is very good. So I'd say Waka's, and then Kurisame's the call. Waka's is a very good sphere. I don't remember any of those spheres being crazy. None of those spheres I don't think are crazy. Yeah, so there isn't like a ton out there, right? In terms of spheres. But if you guys want to, just go to whatchamacallit, the website with the thingy majigs, Tonberry Troop. They actually have a sphere guide, and they have just like a complete list of every sphere. And you can just look and say, oh yeah, that one looks good, that one maybe not. I think if you've watched enough of my character guides, you should know the types of things you're looking on spheres, right? If the character has a D slot that's party attack up, you want to keep those. A slot, you want attack brave damage, attack and max brave. Like, those are all like really good ones there. Sometimes like max brave ones are good because there are some characters that just want really heavy max brave. Oh, I will say, actually, Bartz. Bartz does have a very good sphere because his is the best A slot, like max brave only. And so like on Astos, like Bartz could, well, no, what was it? I think Bartz's was crit damage. Hold on. Let me see. His sphere should be here. Yeah, it's max brave 20% on break. So his would be a top tier one on Astos. It's just Astos doesn't do a ton of brave hits and doesn't break a lot. But there are characters that really are hungry for max brave that break a lot. So like Jack Garland, I'm pretty sure Bartz is like premium top tier on Jack Garland. So yes, if for pure max brave, Bartz actually has a very good sphere you want to hold on to. And actually, I don't remember from my pull video, but if I got his EXs, I'm happy for it because I think I was out. And his is a sphere I've been wanting to refine more of, right? Yeah, I don't use Iris as much as my main. It's not that she couldn't be my main. It's just, you know, when I've got like every busted support character in the game, there's kind of, they got to be fighting for a spot, right? I, in particular though, do like to use Iris when I am using like I think with an Astos or with like a Tifa, like she can do some crazy things. You just got to time it right. Karasu is here. Yo, I loved my only Dorgann. Had no issue going for his BT. Yeah, if you love him, definitely go for it. And Dorgann, he is very ridiculously good, right? It's not that he's bad. He's very good. Rukia fan Dorgann BT 200 G tokens. Got 2 BTs from the free multis. Wow, that's pretty good. Full kit 200 G tokens. We'll take those because if that's 200 G tokens counting the free summons, you got 60 of that for free. So you only did 140 G tokens, so that's pretty good. All right, well, let's go right into the next one. Let's do a Dorgann guide. So for Dorgann, we're going to go... Hold up. Oh, no, I was in the right spot. Dang it. It actually remembered where I was. Normally, I hop into these things, and they put me in the wrong spot. All right, so... All right, we're going to go here. And we're going to grab Dorgann. This is BT-less Dorgann in not blue armor, but we can throw the fat Ultima weapon down. That's going to compensate the damage big time. Does he have a better looking sword? That one's actually kind of cool. Oh, I actually kind of like that pink sword. I'm going to go with that. Kind of wish I had the BT just for the weapon skin, to be honest. See if I have his ability. His ability should be fine. Hold up. Yeah, we got everything in order there. We did max him out. Let me go ahead and pull Dorgann's stuff up here. So we want... Oh, I still have to... I still need to get another one for him, huh? Yeah, I actually don't have him. All right, well, that's good because I've got a ton of artifact crap I can buy. So we'll try to get Dorgann finished. All right, so we'll do that. And then for the team comp, we need to get... Yeah, I think I'm just going to do Sephiroth and Aerith, I think is what I'm going to do. So we'll do that. That should be fine. I'm not worried about having an Ultima weapon on him. I think we should be good. And we got to grab Dorgann's Call. Be down here. Alright, let me just take a look at my notes and see if there's anything new that I need to note on him. I mean, I could be really nasty and put him with, like, a trap character. So we could do, say, like, a Minwu or something. So then not only, like, he'd be, like, off turn. I'm actually kind of tempted to do that instead of Aerith. And I could just do, like, a friend Aerith for force charging. Dude, do I want to put, like, a Minwu down? I kind of do. The problem is, like, when we're breaking, we're pushing them back so much. So, like, the on-turn traps won't trigger. But like when we can trigger our own traps by attacking, that's a lot better. We'll just leave Aerith for now. We won't play around. We'll just do Aerith. That's fine. We'll just talk about it maybe when we do the guide. Okay, where were we? Right here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have to do anything crazy here. Let me just go to this. He is a bit more complex than Bartz, we'll put it that way, but pretty straightforward at the same time if you're familiar with him. Let me just double check his BT stuff here. That's really the new thing I should be reading over here. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. All right. What I might do is we are going to swap here. I think I am going to throw down a Fujin call. Just because I won't have the BT effect. Now, if eDaddy's friend one is up, I'll definitely use that. But just in case, we'll have a Fujin call. Because I want to show off his FR. And it's going to look really bad if I'm not wind enchanted. Um, Fujin is what, 8? Yeah, there it is. We'll throw that there. Alright, back to Dorgann. Alright, I think we're about ready to start. Let me hit up chat one more time. Evil Wiz, what's your main favorite DPS support and tank? My favorite support is Aerith, for sure, 100 million billion %. My favorite main DPS is like the flavor of the month, so right now it's Astos because he is the best. But I also am very fond of like Tifa. Like I've been a big fan of Tifa as a DPS, and I really like Rex too, actually. So those would probably be like my top 3 right now. But like I really like Aranea right now. I like Sephiroth right now. DPS for me is something that just fluctuates with the meta. Because DPS, I always talk about this, it's the thing that ages the fastest. So like my favorite DPS is going to change very quickly. But I'll give credit to Tifa. Tifa has been a very like long-standing, really good DPS character. Like she's a DPS that has aged ridiculously well, right? So I'll give Tifa that credit. But yeah, Astos would have to be my favorite DPS because he's busted as all heck. Aerith, favorite support. Favorite tank. I mean, Rubicante is probably like one of the best tanks right now. But if we're talking about my favorite, probably Gladio, just like all time. Like Gladio is insane. Ukuru, how is Vice's BT effect? I would have to go, being that he's a brand new character, I would actually have to go back and look at it again. I would have to actually go back and look at it again. It's been I looked at it like once very briefly before my like poll planning video, and then actually, hold on, I might have notes on it right here. Hold on. I might have it right here. Oh, yes. Yeah, his BT effect is very good because you get standard auras, but it adds true HP damage to the party, which really crazy. Hendro Thomas. Yo, what's up, Hendro Thomas? Thanks for coming. Here we go, Dorgann's Guide. It's coming. Travel Ideas is here. Clear it with Astos. Oh, you cleared it with Astos, Dorgann, and Sephiroth, I'm guessing is what you're saying? Hendro, I just got Dorgann BT from the free multi. Is it worth to green him, or should I wait for another BT? If you're going to run Dorgann a lot, his green is actually very important because it's going to allow your whole party to break. But if you're going to run Dorgann with like Sephiroth or characters that are going to enable the breaking anyways, then a little less important. Tomias, Dorgann's BT on the second free multi. Nice. KYJ is here. Guys, genuine question. What do you think when do you think FF16 characters will drop in the game? Honestly, for me, based on like kind of the pacing they did with like 15, I feel like it took a few months for them to do 15 on JP, and then we get it like 8 months later or 6 months later. My guess, actually, if you want my realistic guess, to get FF16 on global, it might not be till like next June. If I'm being completely honest, it might not be till like next summer. Because if I remember right, I think 15, it was like a full calendar year before we got them on global. I could be wrong on that. But JP, I think literally any month they could start dropping on JP. And then I would expect them like 6 to 8 months later. Indolent Lard, Vice BT effect also includes debuff evasion. Oh yes, debuff evasion is also very clutch. Very, very clutch indeed. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's get into this Dorgann guide. I think a lot of you guys are excited for this one, so let's see how my boy's looking. Oh, actually, well, we'll do it on the fly, because I haven't picked the friend unit yet. We'll see if the friend Dorgann is there. If it is, we'll definitely take it. So let's go ahead and get into here. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we're going to do an updated character guide on Dorgann. Now I do already have a forced character guide on Dorgann, but he is getting a new BT here. He's getting Echo, so I think it is worth it to kind of go back in on him and see how his damage is looking after his upgrades, right? So if you're not familiar with Dorgann, he is a really good counter character. He's a character that counters on a condition, but the trade-off is that his counters are more powerful, I would say, than the average counter character. So Dorgann only counters when enemies are broken. Now, there are a lot of ways to really abuse this. If you're running Dorgann just on like a normal team setup, not trying to maximize it, I would say you're probably better off with another off-turn damage dealer that's just going to do their thing normally. But if you have Dorgann's BT, or you're going to run him with like characters that abuse him, then he's actually really top tier for off-turn damage, right? So in this video, we're going to look at his calls, his artifacts, and his spheres, and then we'll just jump into a little showcase and take a look at how my guy is looking, right? So let's go ahead and start with the calls. So basically on either call, he is going to put a debuff down, which is going to Wind and Peril and do a defense down. Not really anything too crazy there, right? The one thing on Spellblade Break, it's pretty much just an attack, but it does do instant break. So if you need instant break like on demand with the call, sure, could be solid for that, right? And then the LD, it's going to do an attack, brave damage up, HP damage up, and overflow stolen up to the calling member. Now, because this has HP damage up on it, I do think it has some value. But I would prefer an HP damage up that like the party can utilize. So I would rather something that puts like a debuff on the enemies that makes you deal more HP damage, because then the rest of the party can abuse that. But I suppose if you're desperate, like you could put this on your main damage dealer, give them some nice buffs, including an HP damage up. You could definitely get something out of it, but I don't really regard this as like a top tier call, right? But definitely something you could use. It's something you sit in your back pocket, right? Let's look at Dorgann himself here. Let's look at his artifacts. So for his artifacts, you want Attack 108 and Spellblade Break Power. So this is what you want, 3 of these. So you're going to get the attack up, and then you're going to get Brave damage dealt with Spellblade. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Hold on. That's not the right one. So I really don't have his built up. Well, hold on. Let me just double check here one more time. Yeah, because yeah, we want this warrior one. I mistook the name on that. So we want warrior protecting the seal up. So I actually got to grind some of these because I do not have them maxed out. So you do want attack 108, but you want warrior protecting the seal up, which is going to be a max brave and attack up for Dorgann. Because Dorgann's doing a lot of off-turn damage, he's going to be dealing a lot of brave hits, and you want to do a lot of brave damage with his attack. So this is definitely like an offensive build character. I think literally the first time I built him, I thought Spellblade Break Power was like the C50 passive, but that's just like his attack. So no, I think I actually grabbed the wrong ones the first time I was doing his artifacts. But yeah, attack 108, and then you want the warrior protecting the seal up. So I definitely have a ton of artifact material. We'll regrind those later on, but we won't do it now because we're in the middle of the video, right? All right. Then on spheres. You just want A spheres that are going to be attack or brave damage, right? For sure. Dorgann's own is actually pretty solid because it is a brave damage up, and then you get max brave up. I think either so you either want brave damage or attack, or combinations that would have like attack and max brave, attack and brave damage, or brave damage and max brave. I think any of those combos are going to be fine. The spheres that trigger on break or attacking a broken target, those are really good ones for Dorgann because it's going to be constant, it's going to be nonstop, right? Rydia is actually a really nice one for him because that one is attack and brave damage. So it's like comboing like probably the 2 best stats you would want. Weakness damage trigger. Dorgann does wind damage and he imperils, so he's going to always have weakness damage. So Rydia, I think, might be best in slot here, to be honest. If you had like 2 full Rydias that you could stack, that would be really, really good on him. Then the E slot, I'm sorry. This is a premier character for Vanille Sphere. Now, there are people that are haters on Vanille Sphere that don't like it, and if you're one of those people, you don't have to use it. I would say if you're more of a traditional player, go with like a Yuffie or something that's going to give attack up. That's probably what you'd want here. But I feel like being that this character is going to be breaking like all the freaking time, Vanille is just too good not to use. On any character that does a lot of breaking, I love Vanille Sphere. Anytime you break, you dispel a buff off the enemies, which can be very valuable in some fights. So I just love adding that extra utility to a character when I can, that it works well with, right? So like Dorgann and like Aranea, to me, I think Aranea is one of the best characters in the game to hold it. Vayne is also very good. He's just not in the meta right now. I think Noel can be good with it. Well, I don't know if Noel has an E slot, but if he did, he'd be a good one because he's a character that breaks a lot. But off the top of my head, like Aranea and Vayne are both E slots that have that. Very good characters to throw that on. All right, so with that, let's just hop into the showcase and see how my guy is doing. Now, let me see here. If I can find a Dorgann on the friends list, I don't know if they're gonna pop. If he's gonna pop up, might not. I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. So we'll just grab Will-O-Wolf selfie. Sure, we'll just grab that. So I do not have the BT effect for Dorgann, but we will explain it as we go through. So let's just go ahead and hop in. Now, we are going to specifically run Dorgann with Sephiroth just to really show how you can abuse his effect with the Sephiroth BT, right? All right, so we're going to hop in right away here. Let's see here. And I did bring a Fujin Call just for like when I do Dorgann FR, we can have that on a little bit to do some Wind Enchant. Because Dorgann, I believe, only is going to party Wind Enchant with his BT, which I do not have. So Dorgann, we'll just start showing off skills. So once again, the big thing you need to know, and this comes from his LD buff, is that he will basically do follow-up attacks anytime an enemy is broken, right? So what we're going to do is if you have two unbroken targets like this, you want to try to do single target if possible. So we're going to do Starlit Abandon, which is the 15. So we're going to hit that. Because this should be single on the Brave damage. Yep. And then Image Slashes his follow-up. Now when his follow-up breaks, he's going to do it again. So he can double follow-up, and you're seeing about 500k damage for each follow-up. Now, on a normal follow-up, without FR time, 500k is actually a lot. And when he's doing that twice, he just did 1,000,000 damage off turn. And that can happen like every freaking turn, right? So now Aerith is up. So Aerith, sure, let's throw the AA on. And then what I'm going to do is we can hit, we're going to hit the Rydia Call. Now, even the calls will trigger it, right? So this call is going to break. Dorgann's going to follow up on this. Anytime an enemy is broken, he does not discriminate. He will follow up. So this is his thing. We should probably talk about the follow-up because he's already doing it a bunch. But it is basically just like a wind damage, AoE damage attack, right? So it's going to be wind damage. It's going to be AoE brave damage. He does brave gain in between each one, right? So very, very good. So back to Aerith, we will BT effect. And then we'll get Sephiroth. We're just going to roll in with this BT effect like immediately, right? And then go crazy. And then Aerith will probably ramp into a Dorgann FR. We'll get the Fujin Call down and just kind of see him operating like what he would look like. Just know that like Dorgann kind of has two variants, right? There's non-BT Dorgann, which I'm running here, and there's BT Dorgann. Both versions of Dorgann are very good. But the non-BT Dorgann, you have to like team, you got to do a little bit more team setup and like set him up properly. BT Dorgann is a lot more effortless. Like if you have BT Dorgann, he takes care of the wind enchant that you need if you're running his FR, and he takes care of the breaking because he's just going to make it so everybody breaks, which is really good, right? So sure, we'll throw the AA on. And actually, while I have it, let's just grab this selfie really quick. And we're just going to wall out for some free force gauge charging. We'll just take care of this while we got it. I'm not going to worry about putting launching on. This isn't a damage test. Characters like Dorgann are kind of hard to damage test anyways, because like the way you would use Dorgann is you would actually use a different damage dealer and let his off turn kind of pop off during their burst phase to really get the most damage. Now, we could damage test him just with him operating his own burst phase, sure. But really, as an off turn character, he's a character that you want him to be like your slot 3 character. And you want him just to sit there and do all the off turn to help you out, right? All right, so let's go ahead. We are going to get the Sephiroth BT effect rolling. So if you're not familiar with Sephiroth's BT effect, it makes it so after every turn, no matter whose it is, after every action, I should say, the enemy's brave is always resetting to 1. So if they're broken, they will unbreak and go to 1. If they have max brave, they're going to go down to 1. It's A very good, it's one of the best BT effects in the game. I've loved Sephiroth's BT effect. Alright, so Dorgann following up there, and then look, the enemies just chill out one Brave. So now we're in a state where the enemies are just constantly breakable, right? And I should probably finish talking about his 15 that we did, right? So the reason why I did the 35 attack there, I should say, not the 15, Starlit Abandon, I did it because it was single target Brave damage, right? And even in this situation with Sephiroth, you want to do as much single target as possible to get the double follow-ups. And then he gets a buff called Will of Precious Memories with that, which is an attack and max Brave up, Overflow stolen up. It is going to wind enchant himself and give himself some HP damage up. So you definitely want to upkeep that. Now I'm going to use the 15, which is AoE. You normally, if you could avoid it, would want to do single target here. But for the showcase, I want to show off all of his skills, right? So let's do Spellblade Break. Okay. You know, 700k, like the on-turn damage is not the craziest, but you don't expect that. It's all the off-turn, right? And now with more BT effects up, I just saw 680k there. So now we're talking on a double counter turn. He's doing 1.2 mil without a force gauge. And that's going to go up if you have his BT effect up as well. So his off-turn is actually like really crazy. The other thing with Spellblade Break, it is an auto break. So it will auto break even if they're unbroken. So it is a good way to trigger. So like if you're not running Sephiroth and both enemies are unbroken, it is a good button to press to guarantee you're going to get a follow-up from them. And then it puts the Dawn Spellblade debuff down, which is just a win and peril with the defense down. That's the one I talked about on the call, right? Aerith now, we want her to ramp up a bit. And the enemies here are definitely going to get the force time before me, but once again, their force condition, the reason I like this fight, it doesn't really mess with me. You know, he's going to do the Grand Cross, but I've got Rydia Call, which should protect me, right? Alright, I probably should have just done an attack there. I didn't need to ramp again. We were basically there, but that's fine. So yeah, this shouldn't damage me. They should get a big fat miss here, yep. We take those big fat misses for sure. Alright, so now back to Aerith. We got BT effect up. We got everything we want. I think her Fury Brand is single target, so we will definitely try it. So let's go and try it. I think this is single target Brave damage. So hopefully this will give us a double. Yep, single target. And then this is what you want, right? Dorgann's going to swoop in. Bam, get the break. And then he's going to swoop in again. Yeah, dude, these 600k off turns are feeling really nice and heavy right now. Dude, that is a lot of off turn damage. Once again, haven't even scaled with the force time yet, right? Sephiroth, I'm sure we'll just throw it on the LD. I could have done single target there, but that's fine. We did AoE. We'll just take the one follow-up. Because I probably should have, like, Octaslash there. That's probably the button I should have pressed. Aerith again, eh? Sure, we can just, let's just HP attack. And then we'll finally get a Dorgann turn to get the FR up. The other thing that's happening, too, is when you're breaking nonstop like this, provided the enemies don't have frame turns, it is a great, like, no boss turn strategy where you're just pushing them back to oblivion, right? So there's a lot to like about these types of setups, for sure. So now with Dorgann, I know we haven't done the LD or the EX yet, but I think we got to go into FR. So I am going to pop a Fujin Call as a buffer. This will give us Wind Party Enchant to make his FR look a little bit better. Now, just keep in mind, if you have his BT effect, you won't need to do that. Or you could run him, say, with Bartz if you wanted to. But there are plenty of other FRs you could run with Dorgann. You would not have to run his own. Do like the partnership with Oron there. And then, yeah, about 2 mil. That's pretty standard force damage. Alright, so let's talk about the conditions here. By the way, we're going into Breaktown already. And this is what you'll love to see. Look at that, 25% off turn we just got there. Another, oh, yeah, very, very good. All right, let's talk about this. His FR is pretty nutty, actually, if you have it set up properly. So AoE attack there. He unbreaks after each HP attack. So now he is going to be unbreaking like crazy. Force time effect. So Dorgann will always unbreak. Party instant break versus non-broken enemies. Party HP damage and limit up versus broken enemies, which is very good. And then his HP conditions. If he breaks an enemy on his own turn, it's 20%. Wind Brave damage is 5%, but off turn counts. But Dorgann's off turn specifically gets 25. So it's one of those things where, like, on turn, you're not going to get like a 70 to 80% like you normally do. But the way these off turn FRs work is you get small ticks, but off turn will trigger them, so the ticks really add up over time, right? Now this is why Wind Enchant is important, because then your party off turn will be netting you that extra 5%, which if you're running other off turn damage dealers, you want that for sure, right? So Sephiroth here, what I'm going to do, I know I could Echo here, but let's take advantage of the single target, right? So let's hit enemy A with an Octaslash. So once again, single target. So that swing's going to get us 30%, which isn't huge, but it's something. And then we combo the off turn with it. Now we just got another 25 and now another 25. So if you're doing the double Dorgann counters, he's doing 50% to gauge off turn. So yeah, we just got 80 something percent there total. So the off turn really, really adds up with this guy. Hey, well, Aerith will double echo for sure. Now this is where like he won't look as good on a like with an Aerith Echo. We're just going to get the base 80% here, right? Which is why they give these non-damaging forces so much base, because they know so many forces depend on you hitting the enemy. So we'll still take the 80% echoes. It just once again shows you how busted Rosa is, because hers doesn't require you attacking the enemy, so you get like 160% on a Rosa. But considering we're getting all the off-turn ticks, we'll definitely take those, right? And then once again, if we're going to fully take advantage of Dorgann, we got to go single target, right? So Fury Brand looks good to me. Now let's watch. This is at about 400%. Let's see the off-turn damage Dorgann does here. So remember, we're going to double this, whatever he's doing here. So dude, that's 3 million AoE, and he's doing it twice. So he just popped off 6 mil AoE there, off turn. Pretty ridiculous, actually. With Dorgann, oh, let's show, great spot to show off the EX, right? So final skill, Felling Timber. Let's check it out. All right, let me go through it quick since I have to select a character here to make sure you guys understand. So you're going to select an ally, and you can move their turn to be after Dorgann. So he actually has turn manipulation, right? This is going to unbreak all enemies. It's going to do an AoE attack. He's going to put a debuff called Felling Timber on the enemies. Or Falling Timber, sorry. Well, hold on. I think it's Felling Timber. It is. It's just a misspell here. So Felling Timber is Brave and HP attacks are set to 0. So while this debuff is up, the enemies can't do brave, like their Brave and HP attacks are all 0. That's pretty crazy. So we will move. It doesn't really matter. We'll just move Sephiroth up. That's fine. Now this is only a 1-turn debuff, but it's very powerful. So yeah, 5 mil on the EX attack there. We'll take the off turn. We'll take the image slash. You can see how things get pretty out of hand pretty quick, right? All right, Sephiroth, I know I would want to do single target, but right now it's probably more valuable to Echo, give us some more force turns. I mean, we're gonna see how quick we can take out this fight. We are able to take out the fight with Bartz just fine. Dorgann should be able to do it much quicker. All right, so we'll take the 8 mil there for sure. This will only be one follow-up now, because we broke them both at the same time. All right, Aerith, we already did your echoes. Aerith, it is worth doing single target, I think. So let's just HP plus. Because the real damage is going to come from Dorgann on these Aerith turns. I mean, Seal Evil will do good damage, but dude, we're up to almost 4 mil now on these ticks. Yeah, 4 mil. So that's about like 8 mil AoE he just did on that turn. Sephiroth, let's Echo again. We gotta let Dorgann cook. By the way, I probably let's take a moment to talk about the BT since I don't have it. So the BT, if you're a Dorgann player, you're a fan of this man, right? The BT is a good get for him. So it is an 8-turn burst effect. Well, you know, Dorgann's just gonna autoplay at this point, right? The reason why the burst effect is so good is all allies will unbreak the target after an ability. So essentially, this makes it so you don't even need like the Sephiroth BT effect. Just every party member is going to be unbreaking after everything, so you're going to have the breaks nonstop, right? And then it is going to party Wind Enchant. That is also very important, especially if you're operating through his FR. Brave damage up, HP damage up, Brave damage limit up, HP damage limit up. Those are all the pretty standard BT auras, right? All right, so we still need to do his LD, so we're going to hit that button just because we haven't yet. Linear Transmission, Third Eye Strike. Okay, that was 10 mil there, not too bad. Image slash plus. Yeah, he's up to about 5 mil now on his follow-ups. Pretty crazy. So the LD, that will also unbreak all the enemies, AoE attack. He does get a skill use back of skill 1 and skill 2. He gets the third eye buff for 12 turns. The third eye is an attack up, brave damage up, HP damage up, brave stolen up, overflow stolen up. This will unbreak the target after an ability if the enemy has the Dawn Spellblade debuff on. And then it upgrades his image slash to the plus version. So you do want to upkeep that buff for sure on the LD, right? Pretty much though, you only need to press that to upkeep that. It's not like and it's like going to be one of his better on-turn damage buttons, I suppose. Aerith, I think we do need to seal evil because I think it wore off. So we will pop it. Because I noticed her HP plus wore out. So yeah, I think it's about time to actually do her AoE attack there. That's fine. So only one image slash here, but Aerith did very good damage on that turn. Alright, Sephiroth, you got another Echo for me? He is out. So I guess we well, we haven't done black material, but that is going to break. So let's hit the Octo Slash on the launch. Get the double follow-ups. The nice thing, too, is, like, with Sephiroth, like, I think when Dorgann first came out with his FR, right? Like, you could run him with Sephiroth, but at that time, Sephiroth wasn't very meta, so you're kind of just running the BT effect to have it. Now, Sephiroth is actually a top-tier DPS, so this combo is just so nice right now. It's, like, legit, like, characters you want to use. It's not like we're just trying to make Dorgann work, right? Let's go ahead and Echo. And yeah, we've pretty much seen everything, so at this point, we're just checking out damage. So at full gauge, what, his off turn's going to be what, just about 5 mil or a little bit over? Let's see. Actually, it should be about 6 mil, I would imagine, because he was doing 600k. Whoa, that was 10 mil? Hold on. Or was that wasn't the plus version? Did we? I thought we just used his LD. Did we not just refresh that? Am I crazy? Oh, you know what? Let me just double check here. I wonder if the Dawn Spellblade fell off. That might be it. Yeah, because that went down. We're not getting the plus version. That was only a mil damage. So we got to get the plus version back up. Sephiroth, let's do this. Well, the force gauge is about to run out. But I was so focused on like the character guide and pressing every button. Oh, and we killed him. So anyways, guys, there you go. That's Dorgann. But yeah, I think at full gauge, if you're doing image slash plus, I think you're looking at about 6 mil off turn, which if he's doing that twice, that's 12 mil AoE. That's really good. That's kind of reminding me a little bit of Rex, because Rex does double 10 mils on his turn when you're fully built up. Like, yeah, Dorgann is a really nice off-turn character. Once again, you either need to have his BT or be willing to set up the team comps to get all that off-turn breaking, right? So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this guy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, perfect. There is a Dorgann updated guide. Let me just get that labeled. Oh, it's funny. I mislabeled that. I did Bartz with an S at the end. Okay, Bartz with a Z. All right, and then DFFOO, Dorgann. We'll say Echo BT character guide. All right, perfect. So those are ready to go. We'll upload those in a little bit. Let's check out what's going on in the chat. Shout out to like 60 plus of you hanging out with me tonight. 1 for me coming on late, and 2 for this probably being like, I would say this is probably the least hype banners this month. So it's pretty awesome you guys came out to watch me tonight. All right, let's see here. Sleep De Niro is here. When his FR first dropped, I learned that Pandemonium's Wind Enchant also works for non. Yeah, so I think all summons enchant for their element, right? So, but it's only during their summon phase, right? So any summon you use during their summon, they will enchant non-elemental characters to that element. Let me see. Loot Cato is here. Got his BT on the free multi tickets. Very nice. Will-O-Woof. Thing to not in this fight. Maybe not do in this fight. If they hit force time while they are broken, X-Death will do grand... Wait. Hold on. Let me see. If they hit force time while they are broken, X-Death will do Grand Cross Plus Oh, that cleanses all my buffs. I did not know that. Oh, thing to note, you corrected, yeah. We'll see. I'll just keep showcasing. So far, I haven't had any issues with it. Oh, the enemy's FR ability reduces my buffs to 1 turn. That's probably how stuff fell off and I didn't realize it. Okay, interesting. Okay. Gotcha. E-Daddy, nice guides, Joe. Thanks, E-Daddy. Dorgann and even Bartz are not to be underestimated. I agree. And thanks for the late live stream. I appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate you guys coming. Boy Kai is here. Thanks for coming. Hey, Zeus. Enjoy the stream while eating my dinner. Awesome. Nick the Ninja. Yo, what's up, Nick? Wanted to pop in and mention my favorite team with Dorgann is Sephiroth, Aranea, Dorgann. Oh, yeah, for sure. Aranea's breaking nonstop. Support Aurabot isn't a meme, guys. Yeah, like I said, Bartz isn't like, he's not a throwaway character. He's just very average in what he's doing for damage. And he does do some good support stuff, but not all of it. But he's definitely capable, right? Like, he's a good Aurabot you can still use. Just depends on what your box is like. I do think he was a good investment for the FR for someone like me that had him already maxed out. Well, I think let's, since I got it done, maybe we'll tackle the Shinryu, and then we will probably call it a night. It's about midnight my time. Oh, and by the way, guys, I am going to do a channel update video probably near the end of the month. I always do a channel update, you know, as we're ending summer break, because now I'm going to be going back to school. So it's going to affect maybe when my videos come out, how often. I probably won't be streaming quite as much. But I'll do an update video on that. Don't worry, I'm planning to keep going. We're not going anywhere. Just know that I got to make work a priority once work starts again. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we got to go into the Lost Chapter Rooney here. Nice thing is I pre-farmed this sucker, so we're ready to go. All right, so we're going to hop into here. So what are you guys thinking? Should I do the father-son duo? What does this guy want? He's a mummy. Dude, I don't know. I'm guessing the Shinryu will be just as bad, but I did the Lufenia, and I had to use Rose's re-raise on the Lufenia. They just got a turn and just like AoE crushed my team. So I'm guessing having all the... I'm guessing it's bosses that you want to push them back into oblivion and just not give them turns. Because, yeah, they took like a normal turn and just killed me. Force weakness, dealing melee brave damage with a force ability and inflicting break. Well, that's not that bad. Like, you could do that with a lot of characters. I mean, or do I not just run Astos and blow it up, like, really fast? Is there a reason I can't just destroy this thing with Astos? I mean, I might just blow it up with Astos. Like, that's the whole point of pulling for him, right? Is to make the game easy. Nick says, I'll happily call Bart's fodder. I meant Aurabots. Oh, Sephiroth, yeah, for sure. And Vital Crusher is good too, yeah. Brian is here. What's up, Brian? So how exactly is Dorgann to... What do you mean BW with Sephi? Got both of them built and have been away from the game. Oh, so you're not sure like how they're used. I literally just did it in the character guide. Sephiroth basically makes it so the enemies are always breakable, and Dorgann likes it when you break stuff. Dorgann and Bartz is amazing in the Shinryu. You need to wind enchant force to negate the max brave down. Oh, it didn't mention wind in here. Force effects. Yeah, it just says dealing melee brave damage with the force ability and inflicting break. I'm guessing it's a really nasty breakdown. I mean, sure, we'll just do it because we're supposed to, I guess. Sure, I guess we'll just do it traditional. Sure, we'll use Bartz, we'll use Dorgann. I mean, I could still bring Astos, but then I wouldn't have a force charger. I mean, I guess I could just do it like this. Actually, what I'm going to do, I think we're going to do this. Because then I'll just use, I'll I'll just use Rosa's Force, I think. And then we'll just Echo with the other two. And just without having a true DPS, like main damage dealer, just kind of go through the... Dude, I could use Rosa Burst Phase as the main damage dealer. Should I use Rosa as my damage dealer? I might. Yeah, and the Force passives, I did see it down here, right? So if we go down here, I do see Wind down here, right? Oh, so they're going to have Elemental Brave damage resist except Wind. So if you're not Wind enchanted, you just don't do Brave damage. Okay. And they get that at 0%, so they just have that. Okay, well, Bartz should be Wind enchanting because he doesn't need the BT to get that. All right, we'll do it like this. I might operate Rosa, though. It's the main. That I might actually do. And then I could bring Pandemonium. And we don't need Fujin. Let's grab what is it? We're going to grab Reigns. I think I am. I'm going to do a Rosa. We're going to grab Reigns, and we're going to put Reigns down there. We might try something crazy like this, sure. See what happens. See what happens. Yeah, we're going to do Rosa DPS. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, well, we'll just hop in and see what happens. I definitely think like the Raijin and Iridia will come into play. Like I said, I basically got killed on the Lufenia, but Rosa's re-raise saved me. So I think Rosa will be a nice play here. All right, let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omni video. Today we are hopping into the Dorgann Shinryu fight, Dorgann and Bartz, right? Friend unit. Oh, there's E-Daddy's Dorgann, huh? We just missed the character guide. I was going to use that. I had a feeling it was going to pop up on the next one. I'm pretty sure I'll just do no friend unit. I'm trying to remember. The missions don't, like, they don't have those missions anymore for doing it without a friend, right? So maybe let's just grab, like, a... Well, actually, no. If I can get a selfie, that's what I want. But nobody runs selfie anymore. Still, like, the best friend unit. Come on. I want a selfie. I want a selfie friend. I guess we'll have to go with the Aerith then. Well, let's grab an Aerith. I would have liked to have had a selfie there. We got the Reigns call. So the trick with this fight, which I found out with my chat helping me and looking at the boss info, is the boss basically from the start of the fight, they will like resist all brave damage unless you're doing wind damage. So you have to wind enchant somehow. So that's how they're pushing Bartz and Dorgann here, right? Oh yeah, look at the max brave reduction, dude. We have like no oh my gosh, that is crazy. Okay, well then, we've got no maxed brave to speak of, huh? I see what's going on. And dude, they are killing Astos here because Astos needs the max brave. He can't like stack anything into his dark matter without it. Interesting. All right, well, let's pray right away. All right, and then I don't know if I'm going to rush into an FR super fast. I don't think I want the BT effect yet. Let's just drop down a Divine Blast, trigger a break. Okay, we'll take the wind damage for sure. So it did say that we have to do like melee damage while breaking on the FR to like cancel their force, but I think it also negates this like ridiculous yeah, okay, so we have 0 max brave, huh? So am I not going to be able to do anything until I pop an FR? This seems like a pretty like we're going to do no damage. Oh my gosh. Okay, chill. Are they pushing wind damage? You tell me. Are they pushing wind damage here? Sure. We'll do... This will auto break, so we can pop this. Oh, they didn't... It doesn't unbreak, though. It would have just broken them. All right. So, Bartz. Gosh, I would actually be tempted to run a Bartz BT phase here. We need to get his BT effect up. We got to do all this craziness. All right. Sure. Let's get missile going, I suppose. I'm hoping I can get them with an Echo. Let me just double check this here. So Force Weakness, dealing melee brave damage with a Force ability and inflicting break. Triggers. But do I have... It says that's the Force Weakness. I don't think I have to cancel the Force. I'm hoping I can just hit that anytime. So what I kind of want to do... Because my plan here was to do a Rosa Force time. Because I like her Force effect. And then I'm hoping I can just Echo with one of these melee characters. And that would count. That's what I'm going to hope for. I am going to throw down the Bartz BT effect. The sooner we get it on, the better, because we got to stack it up to 3 stacks to get, like, the BT Wind Enchant. But I do believe Bartz has a Wind Enchant on one of his other buffs as well. Okay. But yeah, this like, no max Brave thing is not good. We'll take those misses for sure. Alright, so Dorgann. Alright, we're almost to Force time here. Sure. Let's hit the LD. We're getting follow-ups, but yeah, with the Max Brave, we're just not going to get damage on these guys. I'm guessing their HP's pretty low. They're probably going to drop like a feather. Rosa. So, I am going to pray. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Rosa Force and pray, which is what Rosa does. I am going to pray that a Bartz Echo will cancel this Max Brave shenanigan. I really hope it does. I got to make sure I break, though. Shoot, did I leave one of them unbroken? Probably not, huh? So I might have to wait and Echo with Dorgann. Because Dorgann's FR should auto-break. Actually, does Bartz's FR auto-break? Hold on, this might auto-break too, actually. They have to have Brave and it reduces it to 0. It's not an auto-break. I don't know that I want to Echo then. We should just level up his double hand right here, I suppose. Let's do that. I mean, the gains should still be good. Yeah, the gains are still there. Alright, and I'm going to hope this Echo will get rid of the Max Brave shenanigans. Please, please, dear Lord. We're getting a break here for sure. This is melee damage while breaking the enemy, which is what they want. I just hope that they didn't have to be in Force time. I'm hoping this will... Please cancel the Max Brave down, please. Okay, woo, we needed that. Now we should be free to kind of go crazy. I'm hoping... Are they going to interrupt and make me do that again? Because... what I want to do here is I want to actually do Rosa Burst Phase as my main DPS. Is actually what I want to do. So with Rosa, I am actually going to... Do I want a BT effect now? Because I still have plenty of Echo, right? So I think I'm actually going to Echo. I'm going to burn out everything on this because of how restrictive these enemies are. I'm guessing I should be able to one-turn this, is my hope, is like single Force time this. We'll see. If not, I'm going to be in trouble if I don't leave myself with a Force. But, like, her gains are so freaking good. Like, yeah. The Echo gains are good. We're just going to Echo right away with Bartz. Yeah, we're just going to Echo right away. Okay. Yeah, their HP is going down. Now, here's the thing. That threshold, I'm wondering if they're going to put... I am curious if they're going to put the aura on. I should actually check. Hold on. Are they going to put the aura on again? Does it show me the threshold here? I went in here pretty blind. Tell me where the threshold is. Hold on, wait. Max Brave down... Oh, so if they do Shadow Ball, they're just going to re-put that on? So, like, if I give them a turn, they're just going to do it again? Wait, power increased. Hold on. Let me see that. That should be what the threshold is. Hold on, I just saw it. Power increased. Let me look at that really quick. Because the last thing I want to do is like commit to a Rosa burst phase and then have them put the max brave thing down on me and then I'm like wasting it, right? Let me just check here. Power increased, raises a bunch of stats, reduces brave recovery effects, reduces brave damage, but it doesn't do the max brave down. I think I'm just going to go for it. So here's the thing. If I use this Dorgann, yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. I'm just going to commit to it. And if I die, I die, I guess. Or if I can't beat it, I can't beat it. I'm just going to try to commit to blowing these guys up big time. Oh, yeah, we like those image slashes at 600%. We do. Almost 4 mil here with each slap. We'll definitely take those. All right, yeah, so the threshold, just did all those stat buffs, but as long as we're dealing damage. All right, Rosa, we need to activate BT effect, so we will do that. And then get ready for DPS Rosa, you guys. DPS Rosa. I'm going to try to take this thing out. Because Bartz definitely isn't like a DPS. Dorgann is in the sense of his off turn, but you want just him to go off when you have another DPS going, right? Dude, the gains on Rosa's FR, dude, so good. So good. Look at all this. Look at this. Rosa following up. Dorgann following up. Yeah. Whew. All right. So I'm going to full commit here. I'm just going to tap out, like, no force times left. And if I don't kill him, I guess I got to deal with it. It might be game over, but the way their life is going down, and Rosa's damage is not to be underestimated. Yeah, 12 mil. We're doing fine. I mean, if they're not going to throw anything else at me off turn, I feel like we got game here. I think we got game here. Sure, we'll pop that EX. And yeah, we're going to keep Rosa up because I want her to go next. Yeah, and we're getting so much break that they're just going down, right? All right, here we go, boys and girls. Yeah, we're entering her burst phase pretty much max, right? So, all right, Rosa DPS, let's go. Let's go, Rosa DPS. I mean, aim is very good. We're going to start with the EX. I mean, her aim is going to do nice damage. But we want the AoE stuff right now. Dang, dude. Paladin Cecil dropping in. Maybe a little Dorgann popping in. Nice. Yeah, dude, like 7 mil there. Dang, 7 mil almost. We got a free skill use, but do I really care? I guess we'll Divine Blast because it's free. Sure. Now, if we get in an emergency situation and they're not dead, I mean, we can get a burst phase off, right? Or a summon phase, right? Sure, let's FR. Now, the only bad part is we have no way to, like, unbreak them. So we're not getting as many Dorgann follow-ups as we would like here, right? But, let's see. I think Rosa can cover some damage. We'll take the 18 mil AoE with the 7 mil follow-up. We'll take 25 mil AoE approximately. Sure. Yeah, dude, the damage is coming through now. Sure, LD. Come on, Rosa, we're close. We got to finish these guys off now. I told everyone you're a DPS. Show them you're a DPS. Show them you're a DPS. Oh, we only got a few turns left here. We're coming down to the wire. I'm going to aim here. We might come up a little bit short, but we'll see. We'll see. But we got a clutch Dorgann follow-up there, dude. I think we might have this. See, if Dorgann was going on every attack, these guys would have been decimated, right? Yeah, we'll do Divine Blast. Actually, aim probably was better there, because that's more single target, isn't it? Oh, Dorgann, my boy. Dorgann, my boy, coming in. Yeah, I think we got it, you guys. I think Rosa's a DPS. I think she qualifies. Rosa, not to be underestimated. I'm not letting my girl be underrated anymore. Rosa is top tier. I will champion this woman. 260 mil burst phase on a 2-target fight with not even optimizing like launching or Dorgann. Oh, that's right. I brought Reigns and didn't even use it, right? So like I had the Reigns call, just forgot to pop that sucker on there. So yeah, anyways, guys, there you go. Rosa's a DPS. No problem. We got it done. Let me know what you think of this fight. Let me know what you think of Rosa. Let me know what you think of Dorgann. Dorgann's pretty good too. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. See, no problem, you guys. No problem. I do appreciate the advice there. I did do that. They're calling for the wind damage so hard. Just makes me want Fujin Echo to come even sooner, man. I'm a Fujin fan. All right, let's go ahead and show my recordings. Let's see here. Rosa, the DPS, taking out Dorgann's Shinryu fight. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I've been thinking really hard about my second crystal color. And Rosa alone makes me want to pick blue as my next crystal color. We'll see where I'm at when we actually get to that point. But Rosa really makes me want to pick blue. And I love Aranea, which helps. So, I don't know. Any of you are blue crystal room users currently, let me know how you're liking blue as a color right now. All right. Let's catch up on the chatty chat here. Nick says, DPS Rosa, let's go. We did it. Yeah, E-Daddy says, Rosa is fine as long as you break with Dorgann or Bartz FR, which we did. Brian says, I got Astos built with a max Ultima weapon and all the good stuff. I'm assuming he can trivialize most... Oh, yeah, he can trivialize even current Shinryus. It's just as long as the Shinryu mechanics allow him to do his thing without interruption, he will trivialize it. Astos literally does double the damage of what a normal top tier damage dealer does. He's actually so powerful. He can do a singular attack that can actually kill a Shinryu boss. Because 125 million is like the amount of HP some older Shinryu bosses will have, if not less. He can do that in one attack. Oh, Tomias, I still run selfie always. Well, I wish your selfie would have popped up for me. E-Daddy, you need melee to break. Max break down. Yep, we got it done. Hey Zeus, I'm being lazy with this fight. Ulti Queena. Yeah, so that's the other thing. This type of fight is a really good fight to showcase Queena because does not matter what Brave you have. Does not matter if they have HP reduction. You just deal max HP damage. So yes, Queena is the reason I got Queena. I know I don't use Queena very much. Queena is my failsafe that says if I don't want to deal with the mechanics, I can Queena out. For sure. And of course we got the 20% battery warning, of course. It means it's about time for us to hop off, but I want to finish up with chat here. Elvin Richard says people sleeping on Rosa FR. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to promote my girl a lot because she is really good. Oh, E-Daddy can't wait for Lena. I am also a Lena fan. I will be very excited for Lena. Yasir Mackie says, no, what's wrong, Yasir Mackie? What did I do? Did I mess up? Rukia fan, good night. Thanks for coming, Rukia fan. Willow, love Fujin too. Can't wait for that. Go, yeah. E-Daddy says blue is amazing this cycle. Yeah, I think so. Blue, I might be going blue. I know green is really good, but like one of the sole reasons I picked red is because of Aerith. And the support character, like your team will follow the support character wherever they go. That is the staple that you can just always take with you. And I'm feeling like that with Rosa right now, right? Like your DPSs are going to cycle. They're going to change. Your utility units, your tanks, like the rest of your team is kind of a rotating door. But like Aerith and Rosa, like these characters hold down a team, right? So I feel like picking your crystal color based on your support might actually be a better idea than picking it based on your DPS. And also, force charging is so important in these crystal quests, right? Because you need to be able to force charge to stay ahead of their force, especially if your color doesn't allow you to deal with the force conditions. Then your option is you got to beat them there, and you can't do that without a good force charger, right? Oh, yeah, Sir Mackie, you missed the polls. Well, they're going to go up pretty soon. As soon as we're done streaming here, I'll load those up. Rukia, you went blue first. W Stream, good night. Good night to you, Rukia fan. We'll catch you later. Willow, you're green crystal. That's a good color. Elvin, blue and green have the biggest roster for top tier with the balance of sports. I agree. I do agree. E-Daddy, you don't regret green? Of course not. Green's a very good color. Conquito Rico, what's up, my boy? I destroyed this fight with Dorgann, Aaron, and Iris. Very good combo. Yeah, Rubicante is definitely like a good push for green, right? Rubicante is an excellent green room character. Florante, rest and sleep well, Joe. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. We're going to hop off. But yeah, we held about 60 strong all night. I appreciate you guys all coming. So yeah, hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Not sure when my next stream will be. Maybe on the next banner, maybe not. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. So just keep yourself posted. I would say if you want to know when I'm streaming, join my Discord, because I will make an announcement in Discord when I'm about to go live. And then also make sure you like and subscribe. Dude, I cannot believe how many people actually like watch my videos and come to my streams and you're not actually subbed to the channel. So I would appreciate if you guys want to sub. That would be fantastic. Like the stream if you like what you saw tonight. Appreciate that as well. Because here's the thing, you guys. Like, us YouTubers, like, we're putting out a lot of good... I hope I'm putting out a lot of good entertainment for you guys. 100% free. And I never ask for donations. You all don't need to donate. But just by, like, subscribing, liking videos, whatever... it helps me make more money because it gets the algorithm out, makes people watch my videos more, gets me more subscribers. For me, growing the channel is the best way you guys can help me, and you don't need to spend a dime. So I will gladly provide you all this free entertainment. And I appreciate if you guys want to help me back just by clicking video buttons, right? So Discord is pinned in the chat if you guys want to join. Great group of people there for DOKKAN and DFFOO. Will help you out with the game. Nick the Ninja, you know, Blind Eye. We got all these like other content creators in there that'll help you out. And if you like DOKKAN, we got a nice DOKKAN room in there as well. So yeah, really appreciate you guys coming. We'll finish up. I see some more chat coming in. We won't leave you hanging here. We won't leave you hanging. Oh, Sinewave. What's up, my boy Sinewave? Thanks for coming. You are also in my Discord and very helpful. Mog is a better Rosa? I don't know about that. Like, maybe Mog with his next upgrade, but current Mog definitely is not. No. Ernesto, school already? Oh, don't remind me. I gotta go to school soon as well. I got about 3 weeks yet till I gotta go back. Willow, happy got Rose's BT for free. That's awesome. Rakatos the Mad is here. Thanks for coming, my boy. I just stay red because I'm Jack's biggest fan. Dude, red's my first color. Tamias, appreciate you in the stream, and I appreciate you, Tamias, for showing up tonight. Tropic Dragon, take care. Jesus, GG, thanks for coming. Sleep easy, live well. Thank you, Rakatos. Willow, good night. E-Daddy, you're the best. E-Daddy, you are the best. Good night, all. All right, catch you guys later. Thanks for coming.